Shalom, everybody. This is Avi Abulo for today's Pulse of Israel here on the eternal and ancestral homeland of the Jewish people, the land of Israel. And I am
Shalom,
here
everybody. This is Avi Abulo for today's
with Yehoiachim Kunz. Correct, Yehoiachim?
Joachim Kuz is my name, yes.
Yehoiachim Kuz of the AfD party in Germany, a leader of the party, and a member of the European Parliament. So, Yehoiachim, thank you for being here today.
Okay, thank you for asking me and for participate in this session. Yes, it's very great to see you again.
Yes, it was wonderful interviewing you here in Jerusalem a number of months ago, and it is great being in touch with you right now regarding this wonderful news update from Germany. From what I understand, the AfD party has worked hard to have the Hezbollah terrorist organization finally outlawed in Germany. So I'd love to hear the details of what this new situation is in Germany regarding Hezbollah.
Yes, okay, it is one step further than before, but it's a long story. The AfD tried to outlaw the Hezbollah group in Germany. There are more than 1,000 members in Germany which earning money with drugs and so on. And we wanted to outlaw them within the Bundestag with a law, but it was not, it doesn't came through. But we are still working on it. And in December, we brought another motion for the Bundestag, and the other parties couldn't help but to refuse it because it was very strict and good for Israel and so on. But they watered it down to a version which said, okay, Hezbollah should not be outlawed, but it should not work again. It should not be possible to work in Germany for instance, to have assemblies or have some demonstrations or have other rights. But it's not outlawed. It's only hindered in their workings, and that was in December. And yesterday, the Minister of the Interior, Mr. Seehofer, he proclaimed this decision only 5 months later, and it's still a minor victory for us, but it's a step further, and we are still going on this matter because it's still not outlawed, this terrorist group, and that's our aim to work on it. And the media are still biased. They don't cover it rightly. They say it's a tremendous thing today in all newspapers. It's many articles and so on, but it's still the Germans in the parties don't like our incentive, don't like our motions because they are still against Israel, and they are still on the side of Iran. And that's the main problem, yes, that many politicians from Germany, they are standing on the side of Iran in these times especially, and they say, okay, we must have economic relations and we earn money and so on. And the problems with Israel and all the things are not so important. And that's, I think, the main problem behind these things, these developments which we have now.
Yeah, for those who are unfamiliar, Hezbollah is an Iranian military proxy in Lebanon used to attack Israel, and they have illegal activities around the world, yes, drugs, and all sorts of things in order to finance their activities. And unfortunately, many European countries see that there is a difference. They differentiate between the terrorist arm, saying that, yeah, Hezbollah has a terrorist organization, but its political arm is not connected to the terrorist organization, whereas we in Israel understand that it is, and that your party, the AFD, also understands that they are connected, and one is bad, the other is bad. What brought about the change that the law was finally passed in Germany after you were just mentioning so many of the German political parties were against taking any action against Hezbollah in Germany?
Yeah, I think that's it's I don't understand it, but I think it has to do with the position that the Hezbollah is a political and the military arm of the Iranian regime to harm Israel, and I think that's they see it, but they don't acknowledge it. Yeah, they want to good connections to Iran, and therefore they don't want to be against Hezbollah. And they say, okay, there is a military organization, we are against it. That's a terrorist group. They say it, yeah, but in reality, they don't do something against it. For instance, every year in Berlin, in our capital city, we have the Al-Quds Day. And at the Al-Quds Day, the Hezbollah, they organize this march and so on, and a demonstration, and they go with flags of Iran and of the Palestinians and so on. They go through Berlin and they are crying and choose into the gas. Yeah, you know, they are crying it. Choose into the gas again. How can we tolerate such a thing, Islamic and anti-Semitism, which cannot be stronger? And therefore, the German politicians don't want to interfere with this group because it has so good connections to Iran and so on. And they say, okay, it's only 1,000 people. Why to be so? They can't do. They are normally not harmful for us Germans and so on. And the problems we have in the Middle East are not our problems and so on. And therefore, it's a strange situation. Yeah, we don't like it, and we are still on our duty to bring these problems to the remembrance of the Germans and to say it in our media, in our channels which we have. And therefore, I am very thankful that you in Jerusalem are talking about it and speaking about these problems which we have still in Germany. And these groups are not harmless. They are really terrorist groups, and there are many criminal things which they are doing, but it's not called on in the press that it's Hezbollah things, that it's people. Some people did it, yeah, but not Hezbollah terrorists. No.
And I think it was reported in the German media that I think the first act taken by the interior minister was actually to raid some mosques connected with Hezbollah in Germany. Can you go into more detail about that?
I didn't hear it, but it could be possible. Yeah, in these times of Corona, it's all things are possible. We are losing our human rights in a tremendous scale. It's terrible. It's frightening. It's frightening, even for me as a member of the European Parliament. You can't understand it, how the situation is working against the people, against the citizens, and the citizens' rights are no longer there, and they are.
What are you referring to when you talk about citizens' rights no longer there? What are you referring to specifically with regards to?
Yeah, we cannot go outside and talk to the people which I meet in the street. It's impossible. I cannot speak to them. It's forbidden, and therefore I cannot organize a march for life or a demonstration or something else. All is forbidden. I cannot I must wear a mask in the public. A mask. The mask is, for me, it's unhealthy. Yeah? Everybody knows it. To wear a mask, the CO2 is going to outside and it's going with inside, and it's not good for my brain and for my lungs. Therefore, how can they do it? Yeah, to say it's forbidden to go outside without mask, and I must pay if somebody is speaking with another person. For instance, it's in Germany. You can now, since Monday, you can buy ice cream again. Yeah, after 5 weeks, you can buy ice cream, but you cannot eat it in the environment of 50 meters from the shop. You must go away 50 meters. And there was a young couple. They were approximately 40 meters away, and they began to eat the ice cream. And the police came, and they must pay. Everybody must pay 250 euros for this criminal act. Eating ice cream, criminal act. Yeah, it's strange, very strange world now.
Okay, well, Joachim, again, I just want to say thank you to you for the leadership that your party has taken in calling out the danger of the Hezbollah party and and of radical Islam in Germany. That is not just a danger to Israel, but also a danger to Jews, as you see it yourself. It's a big problem of anti-Semitism in Germany, and therefore a problem to Germany. It's horrifying to think that today on German streets, as you were saying, people are screaming Jews to the gas, just 70 plus years after the Holocaust. It's very, very scary indeed.
Yeah, that's it. You are really right. And I hope for a time when this terrorist group is thrown out and not here again. And not in Germany too, and that Israel will live in peace and can have no Katyushkas or other rockets are fired on Israel again. That will be a good time, and I hope we will live long enough to have this, to see it, this and our children too. Okay.
Well, thank you very, very much for your partnership in helping moving forward for a better future in that way. So
you're welcome.
Shalom from the eternal ancestral homeland of the Jewish people. Thank you so much, Joachim.
Shalom from Baden-Baden in Germany. Greetings to our Israeli friends and for peace for Jerusalem. Yes.
Amen.
Okay. Amen. Have a good time.
Thank you. You too, Joachim.